did the heel turn like January 7th, 2011. I was like, what? I was probably some movie
Oh,
back in
no.
2011.
Now we could just have YouTube pop up.
Like January 7th.
Did you hear that? I know you heard
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Hey man.
Now you know what the part. Now you know what size they get. What part of the conversations that be sliding through?
Just be happening to me. So
There we go.
keep it real 24/7.
Let me
365.
get myself situated. Let me get in front of this.
Dang.
In front of this. Yeah, there's a water jug over there. I have water.
Thirsty.
Trying to get away from the. Yeah, it's 100-something degrees out here. I got no choice. You got no choice. I seen this about a thunderstorm in Chicago tomorrow.
That's right.
Look at that. I'm cool being thirsty. You got to be inside. Look at that.
I'll be out there in the rain.
You'll be out there. It's crazy because we got to talk about another person that needs to stay inside when it's raining because he's been electrocuted before multiple times. If that doesn't give anybody a hint of what we're going to talk about today, I can't say you don't know wrestling because that's kind of hard, but you don't care about this man. Put it like that. You don't care about that man. But hello all and welcome to the Heel Turn Podcast. I'm your host, Isaiah Jackson Jr. Devin Lee Crimes alongside me. Devin, how are you doing today?
Pretty spectacular. Amazing. All types of adjectives that they've used to describe Spider-Man.
What? With a Deadpool shirt on? What?
I mean, they're in the same company and they look kind of similar. So, hey, cut me some slack on that one.
Cut me some slack. See, I got nothing to say. He started off this whole thing. Like, just think about it. I could be like, man, like they could be like my future wife. I'd be like, man, I used to do radio. Look at this. We're just talking about wrestling, and they just like Spider-Man. I'm like, man, I already don't want to tell her about watching wrestling. Now we gotta tell her about watching Spider-Man.
Spider-Man used to be a wrestler. What against Macho Man? It's actually
he ran away from Macho Man.
That should tell you something.
Nah, he ran away from Macho Man. Look, and that granted, I ain't gonna lie, that was a great movie. So I can't even hate. And I do like Spider-Man. It was just the fact he was wearing a Deadpool shirt, and Spider-Man literally had. I was looking at the show prep, and I'm like, yeah, no, we're not. No, Spider-Man's not on here. Where did this come from? Like, I was like, where did this fly into?
Gotta pull him out the hat sometimes.
That's okay. I'll take that. Thank you for keeping me on my feet on a daily basis. Now, unfortunately, we got to argue because we couldn't seem to agree with this certain topic. And for those that don't know or been living under a rock, Sasha Banks and Naomi walked out at WWE. Now, me and Devin, we didn't even text during this time. We texted right after. So when I was watching it, obviously the first thing I saw was Becky Lynch like talking to Adam Pearce, like, yeah, they just got their bags and left right before they showed the graphic of the 6-pack tournament that was supposed to happen. They would go straight to Becky Lynch and Adam Pearce. Oh yeah, they just got their bags and dipped. So they obviously don't care. So give me this title shot. Just let me just slide into the title shot. Becky's trying to heel her way into a title match. But that was kind of how I found out that Naomi and Sasha walked away. And then you hear it with Corey Graves. Corey Graves has something to say, obviously. Now we knew it wasn't Vince McMahon told him to say it. Let's be honest. Like, he didn't, those aren't the words. What Corey Graves says isn't the express written consent of Corey Graves, like how they say in how the receptionists say it. But Sasha Banks and Naomi walked out on Raw. And obviously, for those that don't know the story, pretty much the whole storyline is supposed to be that in this 6-pack match, Naomi and Sasha, who are WWE Women Tag Team Champions, they were supposed to fight in this match. They weren't supposed to touch, all the way. It wasn't supposed to be this physical match between the two. But Naomi was supposed to come out the winner. Naomi was supposed to fight Bianca. Sasha was going to go to SmackDown and fight Ronda. Both of them were obviously going to lose. Meaning, there was just going to be a waste of their time, a waste of their talent. Sasha Banks and Naomi tried to rebuke this, and unfortunately, it was heard on deaf ears. Nobody was listening at all. Nobody cared. And they left. They walked out. Devin, knowing all the information that we have and throughout this situation, there's a whole lot of, more information that we can, talk about. But knowing what we know now, how do you feel about the situation? Whose side are you on? And yeah.
In this situation, I'm on the side of Sasha Banks and Naomi.
Dang, you in court? I am on the. I
did, but no, I'm on their side because, I mean, look, when I first saw that they were gonna be in the 6-pack match, I'm like, why? What's the reason? Like, it just kind of felt like a match, like just put together, like, all right, boom, like some IGM type of stuff. Like, okay, I guess, because I'm looking at it like this is a match trying to determine out of 6 people who gonna face Bianca for the championship. Now, them 2, they're the women's tag team champions, and I'm like, well, what do they need to be fighting? Like, just I can see, like, if I heard like a motivation from them, like they just defended their titles last week, so I'm like, if they had like an after that, like, yeah, we coming for the Raw Tag Women's Championship too, and then I see him, I'm like, okay, cool, but it was just like boom out of nowhere. And then you were gonna have Doudrop and Nikki ASH in there, and we just saw them. Doudrop telling her like, "Hey, when you gonna stop playing around and start, going for some real stuff?" And she was like, "All right." So I'm thinking that's gonna lead to something. And if for them to all be in this match and thrown together, it's like, okay, I thought I was gonna get something here. I thought, all right. Basically, the whole thing could just been avoided if they just went in the match at all because they didn't need to be in the match. That's how I see it. So at the end of the day, I look like all this crazy turmoil stuff. Why was they in the match to begin with? Wouldn't even have to be here. And don't even get me started on that statement.
You talking about the WWE statement?
Yes.
Oh, wait, hold on.
That's the most sourest part of this whole shebang.
Let me see. I have it up right now. It is loading. Here it goes. I got you right here. When Sasha Banks and Naomi arrived at the arena this afternoon, they were informed of their participation in the main event of tonight's Monday Night Raw. This is the WWE statement that they released. I think this was released during the show, right? This was released, like damn near like an hour and a half in. But okay, I'm gonna just finish through. During the broadcast, they walked into WWE's head of talent relations, John Laurinaitis' office with their suitcases in hand, placed their tag team championship belts on the desk. To perform the requirements of their contract. We regret we were unable to deliver as advertised tonight's main event. Yeah, brutal and kind of disrespectful. It's like in a way it's weird. I'm looking.
I don't even know who would put that together.
Was this, and did you hear this clearly or was I staticky?
It was cutting out a bit, but I
and you wasn't gonna tell me this man was.
I thought it was just me. So that's why I was like, all right.
Yeah, because I looked at the YouTube link and it was going in and out.
Oh, okay.
So
I was trying to move some knobs on my end, but
for those that missed it, I read WWE's statement. For those that had to go through the staticky technical difficulties, but I read through WWE statement where they pretty much threw Sasha and Naomi under the bus, saying they had 8 hours to perform their match, which they did. They rehearsed it. They said they weren't comfortable with two people in the match. Those 2 people happened to be Becky Lynch and Asuka, which they have fought, against one another before. They went after throwing their tag team title belts on John Laurinaitis' desk, saying they weren't respected as champions. And that part I agree with, because if you're gonna have tag team champions split up, do their own thing, and lose individually, what kind of momentum are they gaining? You know, why should I care about who they're gonna fight or who they're gonna win against? You know, because I already know they're gonna be trash. You know, they're not really. They ain't got no momentum. They can't beat the top person up there. I can see. So, you know, and if that's the case, anybody, Devin, to be honest, let's be honest here. If me and you, like, we're a tag team, like, say we're wrestlers, we're primetime players, put it like that. We just seen D-Generation X split into two. They're tag team champions. They split into two. Shawn Michaels fighting for one title. Triple H fighting for the other title. They both just get squashed. They lose. Wouldn't the tag team division be like, oh, well, maybe we got a chance here? Like, they ain't got no momentum. They just lost. Their confidence is broke. And number one, they trash. You know, they already trash to begin with. We already know they're beatable. As a champion, you're supposed to look strong. You're supposed to look unbeatable. Bianca right now looks unbeatable. Ronda Rousey looks unbeatable. Roman Reigns been unbeatable for almost 2 years. And you got Sasha and Naomi gonna look like hot dog water. So yeah, I'm 50-50 with it still. I'm sorry, were you gonna say something?
No, it's just when you said that, that's my biggest gripe lately. Like, just champions. I'm like, what's the point of being a champion if you're not gonna be treated as a champion in a way? Like you had said, like one time Ricochet. I saw this man as in
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You came back. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
it
sorry.
Like froze for a minute. I'm sorry for the people on YouTube. We're live on YouTube and we're experiencing some technical difficulties right now. But if you could repeat that Ricochet banger that you were going to say.
Ricochet, like, I've seen this man as Intercontinental Champion literally lose to Austin Theory on a Monday Night Raw. And then that following Friday on SmackDown, he had to defend it against 2 other people. And I'm like, if he couldn't beat one person, how am I supposed to think he gonna beat 2 people? You know, and it's just things like that. Like, I wouldn't have put him in that match, period, with Theory, no other plan for him. And I'm like, is he not a champion? And that's the same thing with this. Like, you were gonna try to split up your women's tag team. They both get beat. So I mean, your women's tag team division already ain't really there at all. And for you to do this to the top of your tag team, the champions, I don't think they could have recovered from that, really. Because I mean, who was gonna care after that? They were just gonna have them belts just to have them. That's why they just placed them on the table. They're like, what these really don't mean nothing, huh? Like, it's just that's why I feel it 100% what they did. You know, I mean, the whole thing could have been handled much better, but I understand the frustration there.
Yeah, my problem is this is Sasha Banks' probably 3rd time walking out, and it's gotten to the point where you can make that a reputation. You know, that could be your reputation. Sasha Banks being one to leave when you're unhappy with what's going on. You know, so that's one thing I did have a problem with. I was like, she's tainting Naomi. She's giving her she's just like, you know, influencing her to do bad things, making her smoke weed and, you know, hang out late at night. And, you know, like, it's just one of them. Like, I thought Sasha Banks was just being like a horrible influence on Naomi. And to be honest, like, hearing that Naomi's contract is expiring, her contract's up too. She's going to have to renegotiate soon. This could be some type of leverage too. Granted, I don't see Naomi running to AEW. I see Sasha running to AEW. I don't see Naomi running to AEW. What do you see Naomi doing, you know, with this? Do you think Naomi gets signed by WWE? You think she resigns?
I think she would. And I just really can't see her. Like, I'm not saying it couldn't happen. I can't see her like an AEW or something like that. It's just, she just gonna always be a WWE person to me. Like, it's I can't see it. And like now she got this little leverage going on. They
Reading
just
this quote from Dave Meltzer. He says on Monday's show, I mentioned Naomi's contract. So the deal is, and this was brought to me as well, her contract is expiring soon, but she was in negotiations for a new deal. You think that's thrown out the window now?
man, who knows what's out the window? It's I don't know. It's a weird situation. And all they asking for is a little bit of respect, man. Just a little respect.
we got another tweet here from Steve Carrier. I hope I pronounced that right. Please don't hurt me. We can confirm of the big heat on Sasha Banks backstage and WWE is legit. In fact, we're told that Sasha, quote unquote, is not well liked backstage. And at this point has alienated everyone backstage. On the other hand, we're told that Naomi is well liked. So, like I said, that toxicity making Naomi drink out at night and hang out with all the bad kids and driving Mercedeses with no license and no license plate and just going around and, you know, having what the bad at swinging mailboxes, knocking them down and just being a nuisance to society. Because that's what Sasha Banks do.
All the stuff he did growing up.
All the stuff he did. We went to high school together. It's like if I was knocking the mailboxes down, he was driving. Like, you know, it's like if we gonna snitch. Like,
look, basically, I was Naomi, he was Sasha.
He was sure. I'll be fine with that.
But I just want to touch on that statement just real quick. I'm sorry. That my thing is for this whole thing, WWE have changed matches constantly. Weren't we supposed to get a unification match at WrestleMania Backlash originally? Huh? We didn't get that. I ain't get no apology then for that. It's been plenty of matches. They once advertised Ronda Rousey to be in a tag team match. Right before, I believe, I think WrestleMania. It was a stupid match. I'll put it that way. It was basically champions going against who they were going to go against at WrestleMania. And it was dumb. And I guess apparently she didn't get her fight or something. She wasn't supposed to be on the show, but they advertised her for being on the show. And they had to change everything up. I didn't get no apology then. So for this whole situation, for you to make a whole statement telling me what happened, what went down, I don't care about all that while I'm watching it. Just give me the show. Don't the show just go on? Ain't that what they always say? Oh, the show must go on. Let the show go on then. But to do all this stuff to drag their name all under the bus, like y'all know what's going on. We was gonna find out eventually, but you ain't gotta air it all out like that, especially if you ain't gonna do it for other circumstances.
So how do you I have a question. How do you explain this to I have a 9-year-old nephew who loves wrestling. He walks up to me. He's like, no, he doesn't walk up to me. Hypothetically speaking, he walks up to you. He says, Devin, what does it mean when Raw is a live scripted event? Still believes in wrestling. You know, still thinks wrestling's real. But he knows how to read, obviously. So he's just like, what does it mean? Raw is a live scripted event. Everything's rehearsed. What is rehearsed?
That's a tough conversation, right?
That's a tough conversation. Exactly. WWE just, but they put it out in the open, knowing that kids still love it.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's already like that whole kind of side of it is already waning, given that we know so much now. And for you to just throw something like that out there, it's like, dang, like
I want to keep kayfabe alive, son, just a little bit. Jesus Christ! Like,
what did somebody say? Kayfabe may be dead, not
right. I'm like, we're the only ones keeping it alive out here. But man, one person that's trying to keep their wrestling career alive, Ric Flair, man. Ric Flair. He said his final match would take place July 31st in Nashville. And he said after report, he says that I'm going to walk that aisle one last time to prove once and for all that to be the man, you've got to beat the man. His opponents and possible teammates for the match hasn't been confirmed, but we know Ricky the Dragon Steamboat declined. Thank God. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So obviously someone cares about Ric Flair's health and safety. And it would be Starrcade 5 will take place July 29th through the 31st in Fairgrounds in Nashville. So we'll see Ric Flair there. Devin, are you looking forward to watching Ric Flair's final match?
I'm looking backwards because that's the opposite of looking forward. No. Why he just can't, you know what? I got to ask you, since you kind of built the thing from the ground up. I seen you outside getting the bricks and all that stuff. But please, can I put Ric Flair in the club? Is he already there?
Yeah. Oh, he's been in the club. Yeah, he's been. When that video with Jay Lethal came out, we threw him in the club. What club is that?
The Sit Your Ass Down Club.
Yes, sir. He's definitely a part of that. He has to get thrown in there. He was like, I think he was number 3. He was probably number 3 in there.
Man, he finna be number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The whole residency is full of Ric Flair. Man, Ric Flair, look, man. Dude, what is this gonna do? I thought this man was gonna be done and retired back in 2008. That was years ago. I was a little bitty itty boy thinking like, oh crap, you know, that's it for Ric Flair. That was a nice, perfect story at WrestleMania to go out like that. And then he wrestled in TNA, which I don't know who cares about that really. I don't. And now, like, why? You Ric Flair, the Nature Boy. Woo!
I found some quotes from Ric Flair. Tell me,
did he capitalize every letter? I mean, every first word in it?
No, he actually said this is on his podcast.
I'm just saying that's how he typed though. It's so annoying.
Nah, this is let me see if this changes your mind. He says, for the 30% of people who are worried about me getting into the ring, 30% is us, that's us, we're 30. For the 30% of people who are worried about me getting in the ring and wrestling again, first of all, I assure you that I've been in the ring a whole lot more than I've shown on social media. I'm in better shape now than I was. Better shape now because I train with Rob, John Cena's personal trainer, than I've ever been in my life in terms of cardio. I've never been a cosmetic wonder boy, so I'm going to wear a shirt. But I can assure you that in 2.5 months, I'll put on a clinic of what wrestling should be about. Devin, does this change your mind about Ric Flair going into the ring?
No. That is like giving me a pile of crap and you trying to put some soap inside it. No, it still stink, man. No, go sit down somewhere. Like, no. You don't need to prove how anything needs to look. I don't care if you can do 50 push-ups at this point. No. Accidents happen to people in that ring that are at prime condition, in their prime in terms of their age and everything. And you know what's the point? Why? You know, Rick, I ain't got nothing else to say. Been telling you to sit down for all this thing. You still trying to do some stuff. No disrespect to him, like that man is a legend, but he needs to sit down.
I got one more quote from the man. It's not about money, guys. I'm going to make a lot of money because everything Conrad touches make money. You know, that's him. This is about me doing what I've done my whole life. I watch wrestling every day because I love it and I respect the guys in it. I want to be clear to everyone listening. We have a plan. We're smarter than we look. We're going to make sure that we frame Rick in the most positive light possible and give him a proper send-off. One last time, Devin.
He had a proper send-off back in 2008.
He didn't win.
Me too. That was the whole story. If you lose another match, Ric Flair, you're going to have to retire. And he was putting some crazy matches. And he kept prevailing. And you get to that grandest stage against Mr. WrestleMania himself, Shawn Michaels. It made sense for that to be the man that would put him away. It made perfect sense. And I don't see why he couldn't just leave it there. Since that match, every other match he's had, did it actually do anything? Like, did it actually add to anything going on? No. I mean, I can see if he went off and won countless championships and all types of stuff, but no. So, no.
I refuse to watch this. I'm gonna watch the match, obviously, but I'm gonna have my inhaler nearby. I put it like that because I'm gonna be terrified. This man has a pacemaker in his chest.
I'll be watching like this.
It's gonna be bad. It's not gonna be bad, but it's gonna be
unnecessary.
Not for the faint of heart, put it like that. And that's just because of all of his health issues, and it's just he says that his heart doctor said that he's on good, he's good to go. So that's just he's getting all this confirmation. So obviously he wants to do it, but you don't have to. Please, Ric Flair, sit your ass down, please.
Thank you. Somebody said.
Now we got the tag, like Devin said, the tag team unification match. It didn't happen at WrestleMania Backlash. It didn't happen after WrestleMania Backlash. It's happening this Friday. You said what?
I still didn't get my apology.
You still ain't get your apology. That's because they're showing it this Friday.
Every time they do something, I want somebody to text me and say they sorry from WWE.
Why?
Because they didn't have to apologize for Monday. They ain't been apologizing, so it's too late. It's too late.
Look, see, you made me forget I was finna say the tag team unification title matches. Jesus Christ, it's on for Friday. This Friday, Devin, the Usos taking on RK Bro. Just a quick prediction. Who do you got winning this match?
Wait. I got the Usos because they the ones, as they say. Look, man, the bloodline has been going strong for so long. I mean, Roman got all the gold. What's wrong with the Usos having all the gold? I mean, what's wrong with it? And I get it. RK Bro, I remember when they first teamed up, I'm like, how the heck is this going to work? And has it worked? Yes. It's crazy. The crowd loved them. I know that. But look, it's the Usos we talking about. And I've been having this same story for almost a year now. Every time I see the Usos against somebody, I'm like, I'm sorry. When the chips is down and the highest of stakes coming on and the championship, I can't bet against the Usos at all. People may get the upper hand on them like during the little weeks and stuff leading up. But when they come down to it, they always deliver. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna see either Randy or Riddle on that ground, and somebody finna get hit with 2 frog splashes and 1,000 super kicks, and that's all she gonna write. And the bloodline gonna have all to go.
I guess I can agree with you here, as much as I don't want to see it because RK Bro has been on a really great roll, and to see them linger around and do nothing for the next however long is gonna be really weird. But this is kind of why another reason I kind of want to see. I want to see RK Bro win this. I want to see them take the titles to Raw. I want to see Roman lose his title to the American Nightmare. That whenever it's going to happen, Roman takes his little time off. That because he already signed a new contract. His cousins follow alongside him, take a little bit of time off because since they don't got the titles, RK Bro reigns supreme. Cody Rhodes in around. Life is good. Well, except for Devin, because he can't think about life without the bloodline.
Okay. That's all I know.
I mean, that's not a I'm not gonna say that's not a prediction, that's a spoiler, but like I'm just talking just to give it like an alternate ending of why I don't want the Usos to win. I'm still going with RK Bro just because I want this scenario to happen, but if the Usos win, I wouldn't be shocked. I would not be shocked at all. I wouldn't be upset neither.
All I know is, too, I know Roman got a receipt for Riddle.
Roman got a receipt for Riddle.
I seen that. I was like,
I can't believe this.
Yeah.
No. Roman.
Somebody hold me back in my house. Let me at him.
I'm coming, Roman. It's like he's running, like he's like, Roman. They're like, you see that dust storm coming through here? It's like there's like a dust, like just like a line of dust coming up.
Tasmania and Devin coming to us.
See, got me terrified.
Coming to a stadium near you.
He's like, as you're running, the tribal chief arm, the tattoo just starts forming on you. It's like you're transforming, like as you're running.
My hair get longer.
You start getting all these muscles. You start getting the rock muscles, like starting like growing. Oh man. But look, we gotta. Let's move on. Let's move on to some breaking news because this just dropped. Stephanie McMahon posted on Twitter. She said, as of tomorrow, I'm taking a leave of absence from the majority of my responsibilities at WWE. WWE is a lifelong legacy for me, and I look forward to returning to the company that I love after taking this time to focus on my family. Devin, Stephanie McMahon pretty much is going to be gone for a decent minute. And this is coming from, right behind Triple H. Triple H had to take a leave of absence due to some scary medical reasons. And thankfully, he overcame those that horrible situation. But unfortunately, he's retired. He can't wrestle anymore. He's pretty much done. And you can only assume, and we're not going into their lives. I'm not trying to insinuate nothing, but with that going into play, they have 3 kids, 3 daughters. You can only see that being the reason why, Triple H taking a step away. Stephanie could take a step away too, or to watch out, watch after the family, or you need this break. WWE's been your life since you were born, pretty much, way before that. So, that was me giving my 2 cents, pretty much. Devin, your thoughts on Stephanie McMahon taking a leave of absence? Going to be gone for a while.
Hey, I mean, WWE is everything, but life, your family, that's over everything that you can see. And her to take time to be with her family, that's great. And like you said, it could be for what's been going on with Triple H and everything. Glad he's doing okay. Glad he was able to get past what he had to go through. And like I said, at the end of the day, what's important is who you come home to, your family. That's what's most important. Everything else can hold on. You got to do what you got to do. And I'm hoping everybody's, and like I said, I hope everything is okay for them. I wish nothing but the best for them.
Yes, could have said it better myself. We're wishing nothing but the best. And yeah, take it easy. As the older people say, take it easy. Devin, let's get into this dream match because Damian Priest is going against Kane. Who do you have going into this match? Damian Priest taking on Kane. Masked Kane, because I feel like obviously that's the best Kane. That's if you don't think otherwise. If you think otherwise, okay, maybe bald head Kane was kind of nice. Bald head Kane with the towel was he was alright, but Masked Kane was kind of better.
It was that little minute right between when he first took it off and he was
right, yes. Yeah. Before he ran into Schnitsky.
When he was coming out he was all handcuffed up with security and police and all that crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Kane was a scary dog, man.
But Kane versus Damian, I don't know. Damian Priest scary too. He could stop a match, raise his hands up in the air. It gets dark, lights flash onto him, and he just instantly can just control Raw to turn it into a commercial break. He got superpowers.
Cause he's a wizard.
Hey man, look, don't get me started with that. Don't get me started with that. My blood pressure just rose.
Cause he's but all wizardry aside, man, look, it's gonna be a little bit of childhood, a little bias in this. I'm sorry. Damian Priest, man, I believe he could actually topple the Big Red Machine, the Big Red Monster. They didn't call this man everything Big Red, except for the actual King. But I know Kane, man, that's a scary dude, big guy, used to be brother, all that stuff, man. It's gotta be Kane. I know who I'm talking about here. I promise you. Buddy used to scare the mess out of me, man. And I'm not even gonna give you that. Might have just been him for all we know. But Damian Priest, I don't think necessarily he is exactly where I gotta say I don't think we've seen like the very, very best Damian. And that's why I think that next level that I think not even that I think I know he could get to, I believe it's gonna be that right there that could take down the little big red machine, big red monster. Cause Damian Priest ain't no joke, man. I mean, I'm sorry, like Kane is who Kane is, but I've seen Kane get by Rey Mysterio. I look, I'm sorry. Damian Priest is gonna take that man out. Especially I just
Wait,
I put it this way.
Who you got winning?
Damian Priest.
This whole time I thought you had Kane winning. I was just like,
I mean, I'm trying to let the people know I know who I'm talking about. I know somebody, man, you will put Damian Priest over Kane. I am. I'm sorry. Like, I mean, Kane, he's scary and all that. He crazy. You know, he make all the fire come up, but Big Red Machine can be shut down.
thank you. I think Damian Priest can get shut down. You mentioned we haven't seen the best of Damian Priest yet. Was that your words? Was that your words, Definitely Crimes?
Yes.
This man's 40. Well, I think we can't. That's done. Us seeing the best in him. This is what he can do. I don't think he's at his limit. But I think in terms of move set and what we can see out of this man, yeah, this is what we got. Finn Balor ain't whipping out no new moves. He 42. He ain't 42, but he 40, 2. So
that's the first part. That's the first place my mind went to. I'm like, he 42.
Yeah, I had to think about it. I'm like, hold on, let me use my grammar skills. Hold on, because didn't we? You remember our sophomore year language arts teacher?
Oh yeah,
man. I wish she would have saw that, man. She could have corrected me. She could have. Look, I'm sorry, but as we're getting into what was I talking about? Damian Priest. Yeah, Damian Priest old. He old as hell. Damian Priest old as hell. So he obviously this is the most we've seen of him. This going into Kane, a menace to society. Literally a menace to society. He literally was like, Matt Hardy away, man. Let me just steal your girl and have the baby with her. Like that's literally what he said. That's literally what he said. Nah, he's out here. You see what he did to Shawn Michaels? He had Shawn Michaels bleeding from the mouth because he stepped on him with that chair. This dude was a menace to society. Like we keep forgetting that, especially just everything Kane represents is just pure evil. Everything choke slam, tombstones off steps. He's done it to numerous of guys. Like this man doesn't care about your well-being whatsoever. So why would he care about Damian Priest? Damian Priest, I think, like I said, this is all we've seen of Damian Priest. Kane is just as athletic to me. He has a top rope clothesline, diving clothesline that he does. That's athleticism. That's what Kane do. Damian Priest, I think his resiliency ain't there yet. I don't think he's built to beat Kane. I think his body has a limit. I think when Kane, I don't even think, he could kick out of a chokeslam. I'll give Damian Priest that. I don't think I think I'm about to think I'm doing an AEW review. I don't think he a loser. I think he will kick out of a chokeslam. But I think when Kane throw on the two-stone power driver, it's raps. Damian Priest gonna rest in peace.
Man, look. Wait till that Damian come out towards the end. It's gonna be raps for Kane.
That Damian. Wait till today, May 19th. Let Kane fight Damian Priest right now.
If that Damian come out on May 19th, it's gonna be something different going on.
You wanna know something crazy? Fun fact. I'll sell you $20 if you could tell me who was the imposter Kane during that whole May 19th stuff. They wrestling now. They was wrestling in WWE at the time.
Dang, this is really going right past my memory banks. Oh shoot. As I think back.
Dang, we got money, man. I need to.
I seen it the other day. That's why.
You said they wrestling today.
Yup, still wrestle to this day.
It wasn't okay. My last dang. Can I get one last like guess part of it?
They're not in WWE right now.
It wasn't the dude, what's his name? Dang, what's that man's name? He bald. He bald, right?
That's all I can tell you now.
Okay, he bald. Hey, what's that man's name? Was that Luke Gallows?
It was Luke Gallows.
Give it to me,
It was Luke Gallows.
Oh, you see, because I literally didn't know when you said it. Like, I literally had to dig down deep and had to think about it. Like, I know it's in there somewhere. Just gotta
Yeah,
come
nah,
on.
I was watching everybody know I go on YouTube. I be on YouTube heavy. It's a documentary on May 19th and the storyline of Kane. And it was like the Kane imposter, fake Kane, played by Luke Gallows. I was like, Luke, go, dang.
I remember.
So Devin, if you can't, I ain't gonna show you the picture, but I'm selling you right now. I'm selling you the money.
Look at that. See,
You get the
look
money.
at it.
But look, it's while my screen is loading, can you close out the show? Is there anything you want to say to the audience before we close the show?
I sure do. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, all listeners all over the world, and viewers everywhere, I want to let you know that you have this sweet voice of Devin Lee Crimes Jr. always gracing you. Whether it's here on Thursdays or it's on my NXT reviews. But wrestling doesn't have, I forgot how, you know what? I'm back to my old days, man. It's all good. You know what? Wrestling doesn't have only one great voice in podcasts, because you also have my boy Izzy with me. And when you put us both together on the heel turn, you already know. And look at that. I might have stumbled a little bit, but I got my dribbles back and I'm back up in this thing. So before I fall down again, I'm going to close it and I'm going to hand it politely to my co-host, the man over there, the man over in the West, the man where it's hot and sunny, the man where it never rains, the man who was a hater on Roman Reigns, Isaiah Jackson Jr. I ain't gonna put that many in there. I ain't gonna lie. They had me in the first half. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it was cool. It's cool. You got it back. It's cool. You brought it back. You brought it back. I don't even know what to.
2 years ago.
I'm sorry. My fish does his thing where he just stick his head above water. I don't know that, right? Like, so like, because I'm like, is he trying to jump? So he just be like, he literally just.
Oh, you gotta go. I'm sorry. Just imagine you walking past. Hey.
That's literally, he just be sitting there like.
He started talking like Oscar from Shark Tale.
Like, I don't even know what that means. Like, that's the thing. I'm like,
I don't know. He trying to tell you something, and I don't think it's gonna be good. You
hey,
fed him, right?
Always feed him.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. You good?
He probably pick it up like, what am I gonna do with this? Give me some more. He's on that Busta Rhymes. Give me some more.
he probably just sitting there like, man, wait till I take off this disguise, man. Like, I'm just sitting there just breathing in the waters, like stuff. Like, I'm like,
see that.
But look, we have a text line. Don't forget to text there 219-230-HEAL. True Colors is in the works right now. We will begin recording. I will begin recording my episode, my episode.
There you go.
My episode goes first. That will come out. I don't know when that will come out, but we will be recording it this Saturday. So be on the lookout. It'll drop soon. As soon as it's done, we're dropping it. And we're going to throw it around everywhere. We're going to throw it around a lot of places. So be on the lookout for that. Thank you so much for listening. Shout out Wild110. Always got to say their name every episode. Oh, I keep burping. Always got to say their name every episode. Shout out Wild110. Thank you so much for listening. As always,